Good morning, guys. We're going to do a quick review on graphing systems of inequalities. All right, so we're going to have the same rules that we have before when we just graphed one inequality. You want to make sure that you're in y equals mx plus b form. You need to decide if you're going to have a solid or a dotted line. That depends on your inequality signs. You're going to graph it. You're still going to test a point. You're going to shade the true side. But now we have a step 6. Now you have to identify the solution area. Okay, so we have 6 steps. So I'm going to do number 1, and I'm just going to put it on this piece of paper. All right, so let's just look at our first equation. X minus y is less than or equal to 2. I have to get it into y equals mx plus b form first. So I'm going to move my x to the other side. Let's rewrite this. I'm going to divide by a -1. Now, the only rule I want you guys to remember for inequalities is when you divide or multiply by a negative number, you have to remember to change your sign. Okay? So this is going to be x, and that's plus 2. Okay? It's going to be a solid line because it's greater than or equal. Now I can graph it. So 2, start at 0, go up to 2. My slope is 1 over 1. So up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Solid line. All right, I know that the line does not cross my 0, 0 point, so I am going to test 0, 0. Okay, so you're going to put in a 0 for your x and a 0 for your y. So is 0 greater than or equal to 2? Is that a true or false statement? 0 is not greater than 2. That's a false statement. So what I just did was I tested this point for my line, and it turned out to be false. So I know that all of them are false on this side, and the true side is the opposite side. So this is why it doesn't matter what point you test. You are just looking, is it true or false? Because I need to color my true side. All right, the first one is done. Now, the second one we have, we're going to do that. X plus 2y is greater than or equal to 1. Move your x over. You have 2y. With x plus 1, divide your 2. So y is negative x over 2. I'm just going to separate this. You can write it both ways. It's going to be a solid line as well. So 1/2. So between 0 and 1, I'm going to put my point at 1/2. My slope is negative 1 over 2. So it's down 1 to the right 2. Down 1 to the right 2. And again, we're still in the middle of the lines. Okay, it's going to be a solid line. So let's get this line drawn. All right. Does not go through 0, 0 because I know that the y-intercept is at 1/2. So I can test 0, 0. So 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to 1/2? That's a false statement. So I tested 0, 0, and I'm working with this line right here. This side is false. So I'm going to go and highlight the other side of my line. So it will be everything there. And then our last step is just to identify where they overlap. That is where they overlap. That is the solution area. All right, guys, good luck.